As part of its effort to ensure the return of Nigerians to values of old that made the country great, as well as tackle corruption in the larger Nigerian society, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC) led the initiative that saw the development of the National Ethics and Integrity Policy (NEIP) in collaboration with the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and the National Orientation Agency. The policy was approved by the Federal Executive Council on 19 August 2020 and launched by President Muhammadu Buhari on 28 September 2020 during the Second National Summit on Diminishing Corruption in the Public Sector. The policy, which places obligation on all Nigerians and everyone who dwells within the borders of Nigeria or who relates with the country in one form or the other, to uphold the values of human dignity, voice and participation, patriotism, personal responsibility, integrity, national unity, and professionalism. Immediately after the approval of the policy, the Commission, working with its partners, simplified the policy to make it easier to understand and translated it into the 3 major languages and Pidgin English. ICPC also developed a work plan and consequence management template to guide the implementation of the policy. Implementing the activities outlined in the work plan, ICPC immediately initiated some advocacy and participatory programs aimed at bringing the policy to the doorsteps of Nigerians. The first of these was the sensitization dialogue for all first-class chiefs and emirs in Nigeria, who make up the National Council of Traditional Rulers in Nigeria, during their 12th General Assembly, which was held on March 29, 2021. Between 31st March and 22nd June 2021, a total of 10 zonal dialogues were held across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country, with some zones split into 2 owing to security concerns and distance. Also, on the 21st of June 2021, upon the request of the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), a sector-specific sensitization was held for its management. Again, on July 14, 2021, a sensitization webinar was organized for business management organizations, BMOs, and professional associations with the view to engaging the private sector to own and drive the contents of the policy. Cumulatively, a total of 1,449 key stakeholders have been sensitized and educated on the policy. The participants have clearly identified with contents of the policy and have pledged to cascade the message down to their constituent members. As directed by the Honorable Chairman, Professor Bolaji Owasonye, SAN, efforts are ongoing to secure engagements with traditional rulers at the state level, just as machineries are being put in place to rejig the participation and practical involvement of the private sector organizations and professional bodies. The implementation of the NEIP by ICPC and her partners is strategic, following the guidelines in the work plan and consequence management template. As time goes on, the entire country will be covered with the message of the National Ethics and Integrity Policy.